What is going on, YouTube? Black Bigelow here today with a Tuesday Q&A. I will be doing a Tuesday Q&A video every Tuesday for the month of May. So you're asking yourself, what is the Tuesday Q&A? Okay, you ask me a question, whether it be about my life or maybe a particular problem that you have in your life, regardless of my situation of being homeless and whatnot. I am a very vast wealth of information, so you should definitely hit me up. How do you send me this question, do you ask, my good friend? TacoBellCriminal@gmail.com, TacoBellCriminal@gmail.com. I'll answer your question next Tuesday on the Q&A. Also, really quickly, I am looking to rate SoundCloud rappers. Adam22 charges $120 to rate SoundCloud rappers, and every rapper that I've seen that was put on his channel, he always says they're good all the time. Well, of course they're good. They just paid you $120, dude. I don't mean to yell at you because I hope to one day make it on your podcast, but you're full of shit. If you want me to rate your SoundCloud, do me a favor. Send an email to TacoBellCriminal@gmail.com. I promise I will do the video. If you have a SoundCloud account, if you have a YouTube account, that'll be a separate video. SoundCloud rappers, do me a favor. Send me a link to your SoundCloud with your picture. At least one or two pictures. Not a picture of your dick, well, unless you want to. But send me a picture of your face, okay? TacoBellCriminal@gmail.com. Put SoundCloud rapper in the description box. I'll get that video out as soon as I got at least 4 dudes to send me an email. Let's get into this shit. First question from Oceans. Oceans, like when you look in my eyes, it's like looking into an ocean. I think you are very funny. Oh, well, thank you, Oceans. I have a funny request. Oh, do you now? Will you do a in-depth review of a YouTuber named Travis Heinz? I guess like the ketchup or something. He also has a channel called Daily Roamer. He is a trip dude. For one, he sleeps in his Ford Focus and posts videos quite often of him getting harassed by the police. I think it would be so hilarious to get your take on it. Anyways, love your channel, man. Will donate one day if I can, brother. If you are ever in Vegas, I will give you free Taco Bell. I will hook you up, dude. Oh, okay. You work at Taco Bell. All right. Thank you very much. Whenever I make it back to Las Vegas, hit me up. I would like a taco salad. I did not look at Travis Heinz's channel, but I will, when I go to the gym to go work out right now, I will definitely do so. Thank you for the email. Next question from Derek Shovin, Podcast News. Hey, I just want to ask you some questions. Have you ever took part in a shootout with law enforcement agents before? I'm doing a survey. Thanks. No, I have not. I have not ever been into a shootout with any law enforcement or any jurisdiction anywhere in the United States. Next question from Zero. Hi, Lamont. I am emailing you to tell you about how the ladyboys of Thailand have made me very, 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 very depressed. I went to Thailand about 4 months ago and got tricked by not 1, not 2, not even goddamn 3, but 4 damn ladyboys. If I told you all the stories, it would be really long email, so I will tell you about the second and third one. So I had a date at 12 noon at Patong Beach where I met this girl and went on a sea-doo. Sadly, as I got closer to her at the beach, I realized she had a lot of arm hair. Despite this, she was still pretty cute. I wasn't able to escape. I got forced on the sea-doo. I escaped after. That same day, I had another date with what I believed to be a girl. I thought she was a girl, so I invited her to my place and did the Mario with her like 3 times. If you don't know, the surgery in Thailand are very advanced, so if they cut it off, it feels just like a normal girl. In the morning, I realized she got big shoulders, big hands, big feet, arm on her hair, hair on her arms and legs, and was most likely a ladyboy. I know this would take forever to read in a vid, so let me just put this into a question. What the hell do you do if you can't tell a girl's gender even if it has a vagina? Thanks. Big fan and watch every day. 100% true story, by the way. Well, I mean, so this guy is going to Thailand having sex with ladyboys. Let's say this email is real. Let's say that, he got tricked 4 times. It's obviously you're not getting tricked. You're homosexual. So just as the other homosexuals say, live your truth, girl. Live your truth. By the way, it's really popular to be gay nowadays, so who cares? If you come out as gay, you're a protected person. If I were you, I'd just be like, boop, boop. Thank you for the email. Next email from Charles D. This is kind of a long email, so let's get through it real quick. You occasionally mention wanting to go to Cambodia. I've been there, and it's the last place in Southeast Asia I would want to visit or live. The girls aren't as hot as Thailand. The people aren't as friendly like in Thailand. And Cambodia really doesn't have infrastructure to support modern lifestyle. I'm not into the red light districts anywhere, but in Cambodia, it's illegal and nothing like in Thailand. There's millions of ladies who work in the sex or massage business in Thailand. Bangkok is the best of all. Isn't that funny how that word Bangkok? And it's like a lot of prostitutes. Bangkok is the best of all possible worlds. It has first world developed infrastructure so you can easily get around on high-speed rail. You can get an all-day pass for high-speed rail to take you all over Bangkok for about $4. World-class shopping, dirt cheap taxis like Toyota Camrys. And if you like to eat, you can eat like a king here for incredibly low prices. As for hotels, I'm currently staying in a 4-star modern hotel for only $23 per night. Practically as cheap as living in a van. Yes, it's cheaper because of COVID. Yeah, COVID. Ooh, it's got COVID. But even before it's easy to find inexpensive rooms in Bangkok. One last thing I will tell you about Cambodia ladies. They have a reputation for having extremely loose vaginas. Or pussies, as you put. So you likely won't feel anything unless you have a monster cock, like me. I don't got it. Buddy, let me tell you something. I don't got a problem with that. You may save a few dollars visiting Cambodia versus Thailand, but both places are ridiculously inexpensive compared to the U.S., so I wouldn't worry about finding the absolute cheapest place. If you decide to come to Thailand, I would be happy to advise you on where the best places to stay and visit are. I tell you what, dude, I will star your email. I will save it. So the reason why I was wanting to go to Cambodia instead of Thailand, basically I'll just tell you because there was a YouTuber named No Joke Howard, and he was making vlogs about his life in Cambodia, and I don't know, it looked kind of rough to me. And I just said, I'd like to try it one day. So honestly, to tell you the truth, you're probably right and correct in your assertions because you've been there and I've never been outside the country before. So if I do leave and go outside the country, more than likely, I'm 50-50 on if I would go to either Thailand or Cambodia, but I definitely do want to go to one of those places. And when I do go, I definitely want to be gone for at least 3 weeks. We'll see what happens. I've been invited to a couple different countries around that people live in and stuff like that. We'll see what happens. Thank you for the question. It's basically, again, because of a YouTuber who did vlogs in Cambodia that made me want to go there. But you are right. From the research that I've looked up, that Cambodia is pretty rough in comparison to Thailand. Next question from Just Insane. Get it? Just Insane? You're clever. You're going far places, kid. My name's Jay. Just wondering, are you planning on getting up to Missouri anytime soon? If so, there is a current trial going on in northern Missouri. I believe the alleged murderer's name is James Addy, and he killed his fiancée, Molly Watson. It's pretty interesting. He was married with kids and killed, or allegedly killed her, the mistress and not the wife. The affair lasted more than 7 years, and the wife was completely clueless. The victim has a grave in Memorial Park Cemetery in Moberly, Missouri, I believe. They probably have other good graves there. Anyways, you can go to Missouri somewhat regularly, and it seemed pretty interesting. Basically, he's asking me when I'm going to go to Missouri. I am in the process right now of getting my license back in Texas, so I am going to be in Texas for at least all of May. I anticipate leaving Texas sometime in June. And so I will be in Missouri sometime in June. I don't know if I'm going to be going that way or not. Missouri, the couple cities that I want to hit would be Branson and St. Louis. But we'll see. Thank you for the email, my friend. Next question from, well, he had a couple questions. Yusef Yaha. Are you happy? Living in a van free from all that BS. I know you'll eventually make millions and move into a home, but I just want to know how it is. I'm 25 years old and experienced it for a few weeks. It's pretty cool as long as the funds are up though, LOL. To answer your first question, am I happy? No, I'm not a happy person. I'm not one of those people that I would say describe myself as happy. I don't believe in a person being constantly happy, but I do love my life and I'm very, very content. I do have moments of happiness. They come and go, but mostly I'm not like a unhappy person, not at all. I'm just not like, oh yeah, everything's great. Everything. No, not everything is always great, but no, I love my life. I love what I do, and I have a good time. Sometimes I wish I was having a good time with somebody else, if you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, right? All right. And then you asked me a question, have I ever been to Buffalo? And then things got really weird. You said, listen here, you bald head. If you want to knuckle up, we could do that. Meet me at Taco Bell so I could pop you in the eye like Popeye the Sailor Man. Clean up nice like a taller man, my man. In van, no trailer man. No, but seriously, let's be friends. Okay, so you asked me if I've ever been to Buffalo. And to answer your question, yes, I have, but I've never really explored the area. I just slept one night at a Walmart, and that was it. And then you threatened me. So, yeah, you're insane. But thank you for the questions. I appreciate it. And no, we will not be friends because you threatened my life. Last question. This actually just came in as I was doing this. And I thought it was funny because I have not done a Q&A regularly in like well over a year. But this just came in 7 minutes ago from Arthur M. Hey, BB, huge fan of your videos, and I really need your advice. I know you're done with Q&A videos, but I hope you could help me out. I'm a 21-year-old dude from Europe, and I fucking hate it here. Ever since I was a child, I always dreamed about living in the U.S., and it's really affecting my life. Even my friends make fun of me because they don't get my enthusiasm for America. I'm not happy here, and moving to the U.S. is everything I ever wanted, but it's not that easy, as you already know. One has to have a green card to legally move to the U.S., but I only got a high school education, so work visa is not an option for me. I also don't have any family members from the U.S., and the fact that I may not ever be able to move there legally is killing me. So one of my options is going to college just for the sake of getting an education and moving through with the work visa. But even that is not guaranteed. The second one is to get a travel visa, never return, and stay and work there illegally, but I don't know if it's worth it. By the way, moving to a different European country is not a solution because I'm only interested in the United States. What do you think I should do? Thanks. That's a good question. I wish I would have read that one first. Okay, you basically already mentioned your options. You can get a work visa, you can get a student visa, come out here and live, and then just overstay the visa and then never leave. If you come here and do that and live here illegally, as long as you do not commit any kind of crime, number one, don't commit a crime, the chances of you being deported are pretty low. No one's going to ask you for your papers. This isn't Nazi Germany, even though sometimes I wish it were. But then I would be dead. So that doesn't make any sense. The problem, however, is that you will not have the legal right to work. Now, you could always find work. That's not hard. As long as you seem like you speak English very well. And you'll always be able to find a job here. It's not going to be easy because you have to find under the table work. So you could do that. You could go get your student visa, come here, go to school, and then just overstay it and just live in America. You could marry an American citizen and then start the process of becoming a legal citizen. More than likely, though, however, if you do marry an American citizen, she's going to be either fat and or ugly. Okay? So you're going to have to deal with that. You're probably going to have to meet a chick that weighs 300 pounds and smells like death. Sorry, that's just what's going to happen. You could do that. You can come here and get a work visa, but then again, it's very difficult. They do give out work visas for people willing to do manual labor jobs that we Americans don't generally want to do, like agriculture, anything along relating to that. So you can get a work visa. It's basically a lottery. And I don't know how many they give out every year, but it's very difficult. If I were you, here's a problem. If you overstay the visa, you could almost never go back to Europe, because if you go, they're going to find out at the airport that you overstayed. And I believe they're going to revoke you from ever coming back here for at least 5 or 10 years. So once you come over here, if you decide to overstay your visa, don't think about leaving, going back to Europe or wherever the fuck you're from to visit your family and friends, because it ain't going to happen. I forgot how old you said you were. You sound like you were a kid. So whatever you choose to do, choose wisely, because it's one thing to come over here and visit as a tourist, and it's another thing to live here, not be an American, not really know the culture, not have a way of supporting yourself. However, maybe you could start a YouTube channel, an illegal living in America. I mean, it'd be a slick channel, and I'd watch it. I'd watch your illegal ass. So check it out, man. Good luck to you on your quest. I feel you on wanting to live in the United States. It's the best fucking country on earth. And, fuck Europe. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, I know people from Europe watch my channel, but you guys suck. You're like little tiny countries, and then everybody's like a different culture. Fuck all that. Like, no. Fuck that. See, at least America, like, there's a lot of different cultures here, but you could escape them by going to the middle of the country. Just getting away from California, getting away from New York, this is why I love the Midwest. Anyways, guys, your questions for next week's Q&A. talkaboutcriminal@gmail.com. Also, guys, I promise, I need 4 SoundCloud rappers. I prefer to hear from the actual rappers themselves. I'm trying to take over Adam 22's thing that he does. I'm not charging you guys shit. Well, at least not yet. But $120. And when I was on Adam 22's stream, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'll shout that out in another video. Anyways, hit up talkaboutcriminal@gmail.com. Catch up with you guys later. Peace out.